What's up mga kababayan, ph.trending here. Dito sa video natin ngayon ay ating panoorin itong part 2 ng Day 18 impeachment trial ni VP Sara. Pinalaga ng kampo ng depensa ang tila pambabastos ng prosecution kay Vice President Sara Duterte nang bansaga ng private prosecutor na si Atty. May na ang Vice Presidente di umano bilang arkitekto at mastermind sa controversial na confidential funds. Kaya naman agad na naghain ng pagtutol itong si Defense Counsel Atty. Christine Ferrer na kinatigan naman ng presiding officer upang pigilan ang naturang paratang. Ani pa nga ni Sanchez dito sa video na ito na nai-reprise ng private prosecutor ang kanyang winika sapagkat nakakabastos nga sa ating Vice Presidente. Pero bago ang lahat, huwag niyo po sana kalimutang mag-like at subscribe para updated ka sa mga uploads ko araw-araw. At ayun na nga mga kababayan, dagdag pang balita na itong si Boying nagpapakitang tao na naman sapagkat kanyang winika na ang epicenter di umano ng flood control nasa Davao. Naku naman talaga, grabing pamulitika yan. Ating pasadahan muna to mga kababayan.
Davao as the epicenter of
flood control, because there's a big budget in the past in Davao City about flood control. That's what I know.
but not corruption per se.
Well, we will check out the flood control.
Pero may nakita na tayo for now ombudsman.
As what I said in the committee is what I said.
Sir, Davao as the epicenter.
Grabing kahibangan mga kababayan, talagang patuloy ang paninira nila dito sa mga Duterte. Kung kaya naman hindi ko na patatagalin pa, heto na ang buong video.
Which means na yung successor ni Vice President Sara Duterte na si Vice President Leni G. Robredo walang confidential funds.
Your Honor, please.
Yes, Attorney.
No basis, Your Honor, and conclusion of fact.
Kindly clarify, Lenny is not the successor
Sorry,
counsel.
predecessor, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Exactly. So, kindly reform counsel.
Mr. Antonio, do you confirm that Vice President Sara Duterte's predecessor, former Vice President Leni Robredo, Your Honor, Leni Robredo, she did not have confidential funds?
Your Honor, please.
Yes, counsel.
Incompetent. He's not a staff of Leni Robredo.
If he knows, if you know, Mr. Antonio, you may answer. If you don't, you may answer so as well.
Based on the records that we have, there's no record of confidential funds.
Ito ang dahilan kung bakit humiling ng confidential funds ang OVP sa DBM. Tama ba? Noong 2022. Dahil wala kayong dinatnan na confidential funds ng pag-upo mo kasama ng pag-upo ng Vice President Sara Duterte. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am.
And this request for confidential funds, ipinaabot ito sa DBM sa pamamagitan ng isang sulat. Tama ba?
Letter request.
Yes, letter request. Ngayon, I'm showing you Prosecution's Exhibit P-I-4-A dated August 22, 2022. Ito ang nabanggit mong letter request for confidential funds in 2022. Tama ba, Mr. Antonio?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Sa huling pahina nitong sulat na ito, there appears a signature above the printed name, Sara Z. Duterte. You will confirm that this is the signature of the Vice President.
Yes, I can confirm that this is the signature of the Vice President.
And you're familiar with her signature, familiar ka sa signature niya dahil sa panunungkulan mo over almost 2 decades with her or under her, nakikita mo siyang pumirma ng mga dokumento at nakikita mo rin ang kanyang pirma sa iba't ibang dokumento. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And on the basis of this letter bearing her signature, tama bang sabihin na ang desisyon na mag-request ng confidential funds, it was the decision of the Vice President? Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And throughout these proceedings, a certain name has been repeatedly mentioned, paulit-ulit na nabanggit, si Colonel Lachica. Kilala niyo siya, tama?
Yes, I know him. He's the
Okay.
group commander for VPSPG.
Okay. you mentioned group commander of the SPG, but you will confirm, Mr. Ortonio, kukumpirmahin nyo na nung Agosto 22, 2022, hindi pa naitatalaga si Colonel Lachica bilang security officer ng OVP. Tama ba?
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct. He started September.
Okay. Yes, in fact, he started only on September 1, 2022. Tama ba?
Yes, based on documents.
Okay. Let us now go to the September 16, 2022 letter. Yan ang nagpapatunay, Mr. Ortonio, na si Mr. Lachica or si Colonel Lachica ay noon lamang September 16 itinalaga bilang commander ng VP-SPG. Tama ba?
Yes, that's... Wait, hindi masyado clear po.
Your Honor, may we request our assisting counsel in the tech booth to kindly enlarge.
Granted, so instructed.
Copies of the documents being flashed on the screen.
Sir, what's the question again, ma'am?
Etong sa letter na ito, pinapatotohanan nito na si Colonel Lachica ay inappoint lamang o itinalaga lamang bilang commander ng VP-SPG noon lamang September 16, 2022. Tama ba?
Yes, Ma'am, I think the memorandum is the designation of Colonel
Sorry,
Lachica
security
as
officer.
security
Yes,
officer.
security officer.
As security officer, based on the document,
Okay.
yes.
Now, balik tayo dun sa letter dated August 22, 2022. Dito sa letter na to, you will confirm that the OVP requested 4 items. 1, augmentation of financial assistance and subsidy. 2, augmentation of special duty allowance. 3, additional 192 co-terminus and contractual positions. And 4, confidential funds. Tama ba?
Correct, for the 4 items.
And you will also confirm that at the time this document was sent to the DBM, nung ihinihanda ang liham na ito at pinadala sa DBM, na iplano na ng OVP ang mga aktibidad nito para sa nalalabing bahagi ng 2022. Tama ba?
That's correct.
That's correct. Sa katunayan, para sa unang 3 kahilingan, nakapagbigay na ang OVP ng basihan ng mga hiling na halaga. Nakalagay dito ang computation kung paano nakuha ang halagang hinihiling. Tama ba?
That's correct.
That is for the first 3 requests, the augmentation of financial assistance and subsidy, augmentation of special duty allowance, and additional 192 co-terminus and contractual positions. And dahil rin, na-plot out niya na yung mga activities, programs, and plans ng OVP ng time na yan, nakapaglakip na rin kayo ng supporting documents for the first 3 requests. Tama ba?
Yes, that's
Pati yung
correct.
projections, mga relevant projections for these 3 requests.
That's correct.
But, Mr. Ortonio, kinukumpirma mo rin na for the OVP's request for confidential funds, in this letter, walang computation na binigay. Tama ba? For that, let's limit the answer to the letter. In that letter, no computation was provided. Tama ba?
That's correct. No
There was
computation.
also no projection provided in the same letter. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And also, there was no physical and financial plan attached to the letter.
For this letter request,
Yes,
none.
none. In fact, there was no attachment supporting the OVP's request for confidential funds. Correct?
There were no attachments, ma'am.
Yes, there were no attachments in support of your request for confidential funds. Tama? Okay.
Mr. Ortonio? What's your response?
Yes, that's correct. No attachments, ma'am.
And tama rin bang sabihin na ultimately, ang nag-decide kung magkano ang hihilingin na confidential funds from the DBM ay si Vice President Sara Duterte. Tama ba?
Yes, the determination
Yes.
for the amount
Thank you,
is
Mr.
in the
Artoño.
discretion of the Vice President.
Yes, thank you. Now, going back to the letter, dahil wala kayong binigay na computation, projection, or supporting documents, ang tanging nilagay lamang ninyo sa request ay ang explanation kung bakit kayo humihingi ng request. Tama ba?
That's
Yes,
correct.
That's
po.
correct. And the explanation and the justification that you gave was, and I quote, "For and in consideration of the safe implementation of the various projects and activities under the Good Governance Program and the conduct of official engagements and functional representation in international and domestic events as instructed by the Vice President." End of quote. Tama ba?
Yes, as instructed by
By the
the
Vice President.
President.
As instructed by the President. Okay. In that same letter, you also stated, and I quote, you committed to formulate programs, projects, and activities relevant to national security and peace and order, and is devoted to implement said PPAs with proper security and safety protocols for the benefit of the institution through the OVP satellite offices, its partner stakeholders, and the general public, end of quote. Tama ba?
That's correct.
So at this point,
With
Mr.
the
Antonio,
permission
tama
of,
ba?
with the permission of counsel, can you ask your guy in the tech booth to kindly, whenever you refer to a portion of the letter, to zoom it in so that it's readable on the part of the senator judges, because we really cannot read any part of it. Better. Thank you. You may proceed, counsel.
Okay. So tama ba, Mr. Antonio, na sabihin na nang pinadala ninyo ang sulat na ito, ang OVP, wala pang programs, projects, and activities na na-identify relevant to national security and peace and order? Tama ba? Dahil sabi dito sa letter, you just commit to formulate programs, projects, and activities relevant to national security and peace and order. So at that point, wala pa. Tama ba?
Based on the letter, ma'am,
yes.
there is a commitment to submit the
Yes.
plans and programs.
No, Mr. Antonio, walang sinasabi dito na you commit to submit plans and programs. Ang sinasabi dito,
To formulate.
formulate programs, projects, and activities. Tama.
Correct.
Okay. And this is despite the fact na kanina inamin mo na nung pinadala niyo yung letter na to, more or less, na-identify niyo na yung mga plans, projects, and activities of the OVP for the remainder of 2022. Tama ba?
For
Yes.
Yes. For the plans and
Please
programs.
just answer the question.
Your Honor, please. The witness is answering the question.
Yes,
Your Honor, the
counsel,
if I
counsel,
may,
let the
Your Honor.
witness answer. He was in the process of answering it. Let's see if it is responsive or not. It can be stricken off if it's not.
In
Yes,
the co-
Mr. Antonio.
Thank you, Your Honor. In the context of the plans and programs of the office, there has already been plans already at the beginning of the term of the Vice President in July of 2022. That's why we were able to implement already several programs and projects that we will be implementing
Okay.
for the rest of the year and for the rest of the term.
Okay. But just to clarify, with respect to those plans, programs, and activities relating to national security and peace and order, eto yung ifo-formulate nyo pa lang when you sent out this letter, because that is what stated in the letter. Tama ba?
That's correct.
That's correct. And you will also confirm na wala nang ibang letter request for confidential funds in August 2022.
None.
And dahil wala pang plans and physical and financial plan na nakalakip dun sa letter nyo ng August 22, 2022, sumulat sa OVP ang DBM requesting your office to submit this physical and financial plan in support of your request for confidential funds. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And the Vice President instructed you, inutusan ka o inatasan ka ng Vice President na sumagot sa letter na ito ng DBM dated September 15, 2022. I'm referring to Prosecution's Exhibit P-I-4-B.
Yes, we are in receipt of this
Okay.
communication.
At ikaw ang inatasan ng Vice President na sumagot sa letter na yan. Tama ba?
As part of my duties as the Assistant Chief of Staff, I regularly respond to communication addressed to the office.
Okay. But the Vice President knew very well that it was you who was responding to that letter of the DBM, correct?
Yes, because as
Okay.
part of my
Yes.
duties po.
And hindi niya naman inassign o inata sa iba. Nang nalaman niya na ikaw ang sasagot, hinayaan ka niya at hindi niya sinabing iba na lang ang sumagot. Tama ba?
Ma'am, for regular communications within the office, it is the Assistant Chief of Staff who signs the documents corresponding to other agencies. So
Okay.
it's already inherent to the function as the Assistant Chief of Staff.
Yes, Mr. Antonio. But that is ultimately subject to the decision and discretion of the Vice President. Tama ba?
That's correct.
Yes. So, dahil yan ay subject sa discretion ng Vice President, anytime the Vice President can revoke that authority. Tama ba?
Yes.
Now, following that instruction, you wrote a letter to DBM dated September 19, 2022. Tama ba? I'm referring to Prosecution Exhibit P-I-4-C.
While you're showing the witness, Attorney May, the August 22, 2022 letter, what's the exhibit marking of that document, if any? For the record.
Sorry, Your Honor. P-I-4-A.
P-I-4-A. Thank you. Witness may answer pertaining to the September 19, 2022 letter, if you're aware of it.
Yes, I signed this transmittal letter to the DBM.
And in that letter, tinukoy ninyo ang Joint Circular 2015-01. Tama ba?
Yes.
Okay. So you must be familiar with that Joint Circular. Tama ba?
I'm familiar
Yes.
to a certain extent.
To a certain extent. At tiyak binasa at naunawaan nyo rin ito. Tama ba?
Yes.
Yes. Because, Mr. Antonio, you're an intelligent witness. You graduated with a bachelor's degree in arts in Ateneo de Davao University. Tama ba?
Communication arts.
Communication arts. You also have a master's in development program from the University of the Philippines.
Yes, development communication.
Development communication. And another master's of arts in psychology, is that correct? From
Yes.
Southville International School and Colleges.
That's correct.
And a diploma course from the Ateneo de Manila Center for Organization, Research and Development.
That's correct.
In fact, you worked as a professor, nagturo ka sa Ateneo de Davao University. Tama ba?
Yes, for one semester only.
Now, going back to the letter, in that same letter, ipinadala nyo sa DBM ang physical and financial plan. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And that was the first time. Yan yung unang pagkakataon na nag-submit kayo ng physical and financial plan sa DBM in support of your request for confidential funds. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And also, of course, bago nyo isinubmit ang kopya ng physical and financial plan na yan, I'm sure, tiningnan at binasa nyo at inintindi nyo yung physical and financial plan. Tama ba?
Yes, I read the PFP.
Your Honor, we would like to confront a witness with a physical and financial plan dated. Okay. bearing the date September 16, 2022, which is Prosecution's Exhibit P-I-4-A. Annex A. So this is an attachment to Exhibit P-I-4-A as Annex A. Okay, Mr. Antonio, dito sa box na may nakasulat, prepared by, may kasama ring petsa, September 16, 2022. Tama bang sabihin na itong September 16, 2022, ito yung date kung kailan na-prepare itong fiscal and financial plan?
Based on the document, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ibig sabihin, nung nag-request kayo ng confidential fund in August 2022, wala pang nape-prepare na fiscal and financial plan. Tama ba?
Yes.
And this fiscal and financial plan was also approved only on September 16, 2022, as shown by the box bearing that date with the printed words approved by. Tama ba?
Yes, based on the document.
Based on
ma'am,
the
yes.
document. At dyan sa box na may nakasulat na approved by, may pirma ulit. Above the printed name, Sara Duterte. Yan ay pirma ng Vice President. Siya mismo ang pumirma niyan. Tama ba?
Yes, that's her signature, ma'am.
At dahil walang naka-countersign katabi ng kanyang signature, tama ba na yung dokumento na yan went straight to her without yourself or anyone reviewing that for her? Tama ba?
I can just personally say, ma'am, that the document, ma'am, did not pass through my office.
Okay.
Before you continue, counsel, the court noticed that the signature of the Vice President in this document appears to be different from the signature in the August 22 document. So the Vice President has at least 2 signatures so far. Can you confirm that both are her signatures?
Yes, I can confirm, sir, Your Honor, that both are the signatures of the Vice President.
You can confirm likewise that they appear to be different, though.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your witness, counsel.
So you confirm, Mr. Antonio, that this fiscal and financial plan was approved matapos ang 25 days from your request of confidential funds to the DBM. Tama ba?
Sorry, can you repeat again the question, ma'am?
The fiscal and financial plan that was prepared 20 days after you requested confidential funds from the DBM.
I believe, ma'am, parang less than 20 days, ma'am, because the request was in August 2022, ma'am. More or less. Yes, that's correct.
Correct?
Yes.
And dahil nabanggit mo yung now, the fiscal and financial plan indicated the supposed PPAs for which the confidential fund was allotted. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct, based on the documents, ma'am.
At ang nakasaad dito ay good governance program. Tama ba?
Yes,
There
that's
was
correct.
no itemization of the programs and activities that will be funded by the requested confidential funds. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am, based on the document
Yes.
presented.
And you will confirm that this good governance program, it's not just one particular program of the OVP. Tama ba?
Yes.
It is in fact, at kukumpirmahin nyo, na itong good governance program, ito ay umbrella program or umbrella brand ng flagship activities ng OVP. Tama ba?
Yes, that's
So
correct.
under that good governance program, merong mga particular na plans, programs, and activities. Tama ba?
Yes.
Kasama dito yung medical assistance, burial assistance, libreng sakay, mga satellite offices. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And subalit, wala nitong mga particular na activities na ito na isinaad sa fiscal and financial plan na inyong sinabit. Tama ba?
Yes, based on the submitted
Okay.
PFP.
You will also confirm na etong flagship program na good governance program, ito ay pinupondohan na ng regular budget ng OVP sa ilalim ng General Appropriations Act. Tama ba?
Yes.
Okay. Sa katunayan, sa 2022 GAA, may line item na 621.6 million na mismong para sa good governance engagements and social service projects. Tama ba?
Again, hindi ko lang po makita yung...
May we kindly request the tech booth to enlarge the image being flashed on the screen.
Yes, correct. 621 million.
Kanina, binasa ninyo na sa liham ng August 22, kasama bilang explanation para sa paghingi nyo ng confidential funds ang two other purposes. Ito yung official engagements at functional representation in international and domestic events. Tama ba? Naalala ninyo?
Yes, that's included in the letter request.
Subalit sa fiscal and financial plan, para sa huling quarter ng 2022, tinanggal na itong dalawang additional items na to. Tama ba? Natira na lamang yung good governance program.
Based on the document, ma'am, that was submitted.
At ang dahilan nito, you will confirm na itong dalawang programs nito, hindi to allowed under the joint circular that you cited in your September 19, 2022 letter. Tama ba?
As to the specifics of for these two items, ma'am, I cannot answer.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Now, punta naman tayo sa 2023 Fiscal and Financial Plan. You will confirm na bilang Assistant Secretary at Assistant Chief of Staff ng OVP, familiar din kayo dito sa 2023 Fiscal and Financial Plan.
I was able to see it, ma'am.
Yes. In fact, isa sa mga signatories dito sa Fiscal and Financial Plan na ito ay si Ms. Rosalyn Sanchez. Tama ba? Again, may we request the tech booth to enlarge the document being flashed on the screen.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
At itong si Ms. Rosalyn Sanchez, siya naman ang director ng AFSO.
Yes.
Nasabi mo, nagre-report din sa'yo. Tama
Directly
ba?
to me,
Okay.
yes.
Now, going back to that fiscal and financial plan, you will confirm that the expected outcome, fiscal targets, budget for the 4 quarters of 2023 na sinulat dito are just verbatim reproductions of the expected outcome, fiscal targets, and budget in the 2022 fiscal and financial plans. In short, yung expected outcome, fiscal targets, at budget para sa 4 na quarter na nakasaad dito sa 2023 fiscal and financial plan, salitang kinopya ang expected outcome, fiscal targets, at budget sa 2022 fiscal and financial plans. Tama ba?
Based on the document, ma'am, it
Yes.
has the same content, ma'am.
Ang tanging pagkakaiba lamang ay ang nakasaad na physical activities and projects. Dito sa 2023 Fiscal and Financial Plan, ang nakasaad na PPA ay Socio-Economic Program and Delivery. Tama ba?
Yes, that's
But you will
correct.
also confirm that like the Good Governance Program, yung Socio-Economic Program Delivery, hindi rin ito isang partikular na programa. This is just an umbrella brand for the flagship programs of the OVP for 2023. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
Sa ilalim niyan, merong mga partikular din na programa, individual and particular projects. Tama ba?
Yes, that's
Ngunit
correct.
wala kahit anuman dito sa mga particular programs na ito ang isinaad nyo o nilagay nyo sa Fiscal and Financial Plan of 2023. Tama ba?
Based on the documents that's presented, ma'am.
Yes. At tulad ng 2022 Fiscal and Financial Plan, etong 2023 Fiscal and Financial Plan ay personal ding inaprubahan ng Vice President. Tama ba?
Yes, it has the signature of the Vice President.
And again, dahil walang counter-signature sa katabi ng kanyang pangalan, tama rin bang sabihin na hindi rin ito dumaan sa inyong opisina?
No, it did not pass through my office.
But generally, Mr. Ortonio, dahil kayo nga yung nangangasiwa or nag-exercise ng general supervision over the SMO as well as the AFSO, generally, walang documents ng OVP na hindi dumadaan sa office niya. Tama ba?
Generally po, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, now pumunta na tayo sa disbursement vouchers. Okay, Mr. Ortonio, dahil ikaw ay naging kawanina ng gobyerno for almost 2 decades, you would know na walang pondo ng publiko or pera ng bayan ang maaaring bayaran maliban kung suportado ng disbursement voucher. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
Ang voucher, in short, ang voucher ang unang pinoproseso bago maaaring gumuhit ng anumang cheque involving public funds. Tama ba?
That's correct.
Now, Mr. Ortonio, I am showing you 4 disbursement vouchers, which are Prosecution's Exhibit P-I-10-A, P-I-10-B, P-I-10-C, P-I-10-D. You are familiar with these disbursement vouchers, correct? Familiar ka sa mga disbursement vouchers na to?
Yes, I am.
In fact, nakapirma ka sa lahat ng disbursement vouchers na yan. Tama ba?
Yes, based on the authorization of our office order.
At ang inyong pangalan ay nakapatong at nakalimbag sa salitang agency head or authorized representative. Tama ba? Ang agency head na tinutukoy dito ay walang iba kundi si Vice President Duterte. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
Ibig sabihin nito, lumalagda ka sa bisa ng otoridad or on the strength of the authority that you were given by the Vice President. Tama ba?
Yes, based on an office order.
Yes. At ultimately, ang otoridad na yan na lumagda bilang kanyang kinatawan or authorized representative ay nagmula mismo sa Vice Presidente. Tama?